watching PureGrainAudio. Sorry.
This is Joe Torchia from The Dying Arts. You're watching PureGrainAudio.
We once played in it felt like a retirement home.
Yeah.
It was like a restaurant where people were eating out of white, porcelain plates, and everybody was over 50 or 60.
Yeah.
And we were pretty.
The only time anyone clapped was after we did a Bruce Springsteen cover.
Yes, we reached for that, but we thought like, oh crap, should we water our set down and just play like our mellow stuff? And we're like, nah, let's fuck with them. So we just played all of our heaviest shit.
Old ladies were like,
looking at it.
People are just sitting there eating dinner, these cauliflower heads, and I'm like screaming in their faces and stuff, and you're just like, I don't give a fuck. And it wasn't a stage, but it was Waterloo. That somebody fucked up with that. I don't know how we ended up there, but that was fun. We've played with Protest the Hero a couple times, and those guys are great. And in Toronto, our show with them was amazing, but the crowd in Barrie when we played with them, it was like 1,000 people who did not want to hear The Dying Arts. And it's the only show we've ever had where people were yelling, "Get off! Boo! Are you done yet?" And my wife is standing in the crowd, and like her sister and some of their family are all there and friends, and they're just hearing like, oh my God, all these big gnarly Barrie metal dudes are like, because they're there. They just sat through 3 local openers, all metal bands, and then us. And we're like singing, and there's reverb on our amps, and like we didn't have big beards and shit. So like we're just like these like Toronto fruitcakes to them, and so
we won over some people, but it was terrible.
Yeah, it was a lot of people who liked it, but we didn't really know that while being on stage because of all the booze. So yeah. Oh yes, Chinese food in Sydney, Nova Scotia. We played a place where there's really no food around at all, except for a little Chinese restaurant. Yeah. And I mean, Sydney is the very edge of like Cape Breton, right? So you probably could. It's a pretty white place, right?
Yeah.
But when we went in, it was like some like Asian guys there, and it was like maybe it's gonna be decent Chinese food, and yeah, it was. I don't even know what it was.
I got pizza. I walked in, looked around, and said, "I'm out," and I left.
Oh, and me and Simon sat there, and yeah, it was like Brussels sprouts. It was supposed to be like chow mein or something, and it was just Brussels sprouts, and like I don't know. It was awful. It's so bad. Weed.
Weed, sweat, feet, fart, dirty clothes, annoyance,
hope, regret.
Probably me. You,
not me. I'm so easy to get along with.
So I'm neurotic. I can't stand loud fucking music. Okay, I can't.
Joe's the curmudgeon. He bundles himself up with headphones. It's like, and he'll like have these huge things on. And he'll like tuck himself up underneath like 7 things rolled up in the bench, and we'll be like, Joe, and he'll be like,
your music sucks. I hate listening because they listen to the same music we play, and I don't want to do that. I can't do it.
We're listening to the fucking Beatles. You're like, and anyway.
Yeah.
So
I can be difficult.
You can be difficult.
Definitely.
And then Simon can get cranky, our bassist. When he hasn't eaten or slept enough, he definitely will get kind of, he won't play nice with others then. Otherwise, he's a big teddy bear, but yeah.
I think the worst haul for me was coming back from Sydney back to wherever it was we were going the next day.
Moncton or something.
Yeah, it was like 92 kilometer-an-hour winds. We were being blown all over the road.
Drives, so maybe we weren't as far, but they were really, really treacherous. Even our last show with Anti-Flag in St. Catharines, when we came home from that, it was like, it was the craziest blizzard, and it was all it was I guess the KEW, and
it took almost 4 hours to get out there.
It was crazy. Riot Fest. I made the mistake of using the normal porta potty, and I didn't realize that we had some like VIP fancy. I mean, thank God it was just number one. Like,
The worst honestly, the worst bathroom was probably in Barrie for me. At it used to be called the Rock Sound Empire.
The bathroom there?
Yeah, there was.
Oh, because it smelled like piss.
And it was just turds.
It really reeked like. There's like, oh, somebody has pissed here before, but like, Sound Empire is a big place too, right? That's pretty.
There's much urine on the floor.
It actually like was like fresh piss everywhere, and we went in there when it had been already closed for the night. So we came in early, and it was, yeah. Sorry, Sound Empire, you guys get zeros for that. So.